Thomas.
Yes, Your Excellency.
A dispatch for Governor Lawrence.
In a plan masterminded by Governor William Shirley of Massachusetts, infamous in his hatred for the French, Lawrence took command of 2,000 volunteer soldiers. They confiscated the Acadians' firearms and their boats, effectively neutralizing them as a military force. Still, the Acadians refused to sign the unconditional oath. On September 5th, 1755, the men of Grand Pré were ordered to report to their church for negotiations. It was a trap. Once inside, the men and boys were taken prisoner. The soldiers announced that the Acadians would forfeit their lands to the British Crown and be deported. For days, their wives and children waited at home. Some would never see their families again. This was the beginning of Le Grand Dérangement. Before it was over, Acadie would be destroyed. Many Acadians fled into hiding, and over 6,000 of them would be transported by force and scattered throughout the British North American colonies.
The British found themselves in the untenable position of being in political control of a colony they didn't actually own. The Acadians had been there for about 100 years, and they had not settled the worst lands. They were on the best lands. And British families that were coming in to settle the colony were having to go out and clear the woods and the rocks. And that wasn't acceptable to the British government. So what they did very simply was basically boat lift everybody off those lands so that they could put good British subjects on them.
Things are now very heavy on my heart and hands. It hurts me to hear their weeping. I'm in hopes our affairs will soon put on another face, and I rid of the worst piece of service yet ever I was in. John Winslow.
You will use all the means proper and necessary for collecting the people together so as to get them on board. If you find that fair means will not do with them, you must proceed by the most vigorous measures possible, not only in compelling them to embark, but in depriving those who shall escape of all means of shelter or support, by burning their houses and destroying everything that may afford them the means of subsistence in the country. By order, Major Charles Lawrence.
Cajun pour sauver le village. Travail, travail, c'est les gardiens qui viennent voler les enfants. Travail, travail, comme Acadiens pour sauver les Acadians.